So hi everyone, welcome to this Q&A session on data science and careers in data science and big data. My name is Atish. I'll be taking you through the session today. So what's the agenda for the day? The agenda is initially give us a few moments to introduce ourselves, talk about what the Certified Data Science Specialist course is all about, what are the various career aspects in data science and big data, and then finally, at the end of what I need to speak about, I will open up the floor for questions and answers. So feel free to ask any of your questions at that point of time. Uh, Till that point of time, I would request your patience in terms of asking any questions, as I won't be answering any questions till I open the floor for it. All right. Given the large number of people in this session, it becomes difficult to handle questions uh, when I'm talking about the material as such. Also, a lot of your questions will get answered by what I'm going to speak about. So do be patient in terms of asking your questions. I'll open up the floor and then you can ask. All right. So about Edvancer. So Edvancer is an IMIT alumni venture. It is a data science knowledge hub meeting the learning needs of all data science enthusiasts and professionals, be it people who are new to data science like yourselves, or a lot of existing data scientists who want to upskill themselves, learn newer tools, technologies. Advancer is the data science knowledge hub for all of you guys. If any one of you has gone through the popular Analytics India magazine or Analytics Vidya blogs, you would notice that we have been rated by them as one of India's top analytics and data science training institutes. CIO Review magazine recently rated us as one of India's 50 most promising big data companies. Silicon India gave us the Big Data Training Institute of the Year award. So all of these are basically external validations of or third-party validations of our capabilities and abilities in terms of training you in data science, big data analytics as such. What we do is we provide online training in data science so that you can learn anytime and from anywhere. And how exactly you're going to do that, I will come to shortly. Over the last 3.5 years, we have trained more than 3,500 people, 3,700 people globally in data science, and all of them are a testament as far as our capabilities in terms of training in this area. Who am I? My name is Atish Shah. I am the founder and CEO at Edvancer. Before starting Edvancer, I had over 6 years of experience in the investment banking and equity analytics industry. I've worked with global investment banks like Lehman and Nomura. I'm a postgraduate in management from IIM Lucknow, and I'm also a bachelor's in engineering from Mumbai University. My co-founder on the analytics vertical is Mr. Lalit Sachan. He has over 5 years of experience in business analytics. He has worked on end-to-end analytics projects. Uh, he has completed his post-graduation from Indian Statistical Institute, Calcutta, and he's a BTech from IIT Kanpur. So that is how we are an IMIT ISI alumni venture. What is the Certified Data Science Specialist course all about? Well, this is a comprehensive course in data science where you are going to learn how to solve business problems through data science and machine learning using various tools such as SQL, R, SAS, and Python. Right. Again, as I've said, kindly hold on to your questions till the end of this session, till the end of this presentation, and I'll be happy to take up any questions you have. Please be patient on that regards. So here you are not just going to learn, data science in theory or the tools in isolation. You are going to learn the concepts of the data science techniques. You are going to learn the tools in depth, and you are going to learn how to use the two of them combined to solve business problems, right? The end goal of data science is obviously to solve business problems, and that is what we are going to teach you in a very hands-on and practical manner. So you are going to learn through over 20 real world case studies, and there are 9 projects for you to work on in this course. And once you have worked on those projects, you can actually put them on your CV and there is no way that you will not get an interview call in data science. So much of hands-on expertise and practical exposure you will not find anywhere else in any course. The course is designed so that it will create data science professionals who can sorry, excuse me, who can start delivering on the job on day one. So you don't really need to be trained by anyone else post this course. You are absolutely capable of starting to work on the data science job on day one itself. And that is what companies love. They want to hire trained and skilled people who can start working for them on at the start itself, rather than having to spend time and money training them. So that is where a lot of companies are also hiring through us, working with us in terms of hiring, and I shall come to that shortly. The course has been designed by people who have been working in this industry with combined 30 years of experience between them. So that is I mean, their entire experience is something that they have put into the course, their knowledge of what industry requires from its hires, etc., and they have made the course in a highly practical manner. How does this course exactly work? How do we deliver this program? Well, we have two options of learning the data science specialist course. The first option is the live instructor led online class. The second option is the self-paced video based with faculty support option. So today you are sitting in this live instructor led online class. I am your instructor for the day, or for this next 1 to 1.5 hours, and I'll be taking you through this session. You are able to interact with me live, and that is exactly how each and every one of our classes in the live option will happen. So in this mode of learning, you will attend 120 hours of live instructor led classes held online on weekends. Plus, you will also get about 20 hours of video based learning. In terms of any kind of doubts and query resolutions, you can ask your doubt and query anytime during the class, and the instructor will answer you at that point itself. Plus, you can put up your questions on a forum that we make available to you, and you can have email or schedule phone calls also with the faculty. Today, I have restricted you from asking questions only till after the end of the presentation, simply because of the large number of people in this session. When we have our actual course, there will be fewer people, and we will be able to handle each and every question as they come along. It's a 20 weekend program. Uh, every Saturday and Sunday, you will attend 3 hours of online classes. The access, we have a comprehensive learning management system to which you will receive lifetime access to all the course material. So any kind of, excuse me, all the classes that you attend will get recorded. Those recordings will be made available to you for your lifetime on this learning management system, where you can log in 24/7 and take a look at it. So in case you miss a class at any point of time, you want to revise or practice from what was taught in the class, post the course when you are preparing for interviews, you want to go through the class again, all that is possible. And that is the advantage of an online class. We provide you a lot of reading material, a lot of projects, assignments, etc., for you to be able to do a lot of hands-on practice. And the more you practice, the better a data scientist you will be. At the end of this course, you will be evaluated on the projects which I mentioned earlier. You will need to complete 5 mandatory projects, and we will certify you post that evaluation. This certification is highly relevant in the industry, and how it is, I'll again explain shortly. The fees for this course originally is rupees 66,000 plus GST, but for the next few days till 23rd of August, we are offering a 35% discount. So it works out to be about 42,990 plus 18% GST. Right now, you just need to pay 5,000 to reserve your seat, and the rest of the payment can be made before the batch begins. So our next batch starts on the 26th of August. The timings will be 9 to 12, 9 in the morning to 12 p.m. in the afternoon on Saturdays and Sundays. In the self-paced method, The difference is that you'll be doing more of self-learning through 140 hours of recorded class videos at your own time and pace. So you don't attend the live classes. For instance, if you are not attending today, we would have sent across the recording to you and you would have gone through the recording at your time and pace. That is the way you will be learning this entire course in the self-paced option. In this option, obviously, since you're not attending the live classes, you cannot ask your questions during the class and get an immediate response. But you can definitely ask and post your questions on our forum. And as I said, email and scheduled phone call support is available so that any question of yours will always be answered. There are no deadlines here in this option. You can learn at your time and pace. Again, the access and the certification remain the same as the live option. The fees for this course, again, post a 35% discount, is 32,500 plus 18% GST till the 23rd of August. And here there are no batches. You can start off anytime, even right now, if you want. So what exactly are you going to learn in this course? So initially, we'll start off with an introduction to analytics and data science, take you through a case study which will explain how exactly a data science project works. Along with that, you can go through certain about 6 hours of videos on SQL. SQL will only be available through a video-based learning format, so that you can learn at your time and pace. Then later on, we'll take you through the fundamentals of R, which is an extremely important tool in the world of data science. We'll train you, we'll set the base of business analytics or predictive analytics by training you on basic statistics and data visualization in R. We'll train you on how to clean and prepare data in R. Uh, Post that, we'll take you through the core of the course, which is predictive analytics. You'll learn advanced statistical techniques for the next 30 hours or so, where we'll take you through regression techniques, clustering, decision trees, random forest, time series forecasting. We'll have a comprehensive case study discussion on the same. Uh, then we'll train you on SAS, which is again another extremely important tool in the world of data science. So you'll learn base SAS, you'll learn advanced SAS, you'll learn all the predictive analytics techniques in SAS, which you have covered earlier in the course. And then for the next 48 hours, we'll take you through Python and through machine learning. I'm sure a lot of you would have heard of machine learning by now, given the huge amount of importance it is getting in the media. So this is an extremely, upcoming field which is gaining a lot of importance across industries. And today, machine learning experts, can ask for any salary they want and get it. So over the next 48 hours, we'll be training you on the Python language, and we'll be training you on various machine learning techniques. So all in total, about 120 hours of live classes with about 20 hours of videos available to you. Who are the faculty? The faculty are all industry professionals who have 4 to 10 years of experience in data science. They have worked across various domains like supply chain, marketing, banking, retail, telecom, various other domains, and they have a lot of experience in this field. Apart from their work experience, they also have a lot of training experience with them. Between them, they have trained thousands of people by now, and it's extremely important that a faculty not just have his the experience or the knowledge of his subject, but he also should know how to impart the knowledge of that subject to someone who doesn't, and that is where our faculty excel. uh, in terms of their educational backgrounds, they come from some of the premier institutes like IITs, ISIs, BITS, NITs, some of the top universities of this country. And today I can proudly say that some of the best data scientists or some of the best faculty in data science are with Edvancer. These are all industry professionals who train with us on a part-time basis. Who are our corporate clients? So we work with the who's who of this industry. We work with companies like GE, Deloitte, Microsoft, Ernst& Young, PwC, eClerx, HP, SmartCube, and many, many more companies apart from the ones mentioned here. We train their people, we train their employees on the same course using the same material that you guys will be going through. So you'll be learning what people actually who are training to be data scientists, who have been hired as data scientists by these companies, are also learning. And post that, we also give them the same certificate that you will receive. So our certificate is highly recognized by the industry. It is extremely valid in the industry, and that is where you guys will gain a huge advantage when appearing for interviews or applying for jobs. Apart from these, many of these companies also from time to time approach us looking for people, and we definitely help them out through the CVs of our alumni. And we will also forward across your CVs to any company which comes to us looking for people. So what are the career aspects as far as data science is concerned, right? So there's a huge buzz in the market around data science. The International Data Corporation in its report says that worldwide the data science and big data market is going to grow to more than $200 billion from $130 billion by 2020. IBM says 83% leaders globally have identified analytics as their top priority. McKinsey says there's a shortage of 1.5 million business analytics professionals by 2018. And this is only in the United States. I mean, this is not even around the world. This is the shortage that the United States is going to face by next year. And that's actually creating a huge demand for data scientists in India, because a lot of the data science work is getting outsourced to India now. India has become a global analytics hub. The next big job boom is in analytics. 250,000 job openings over next 2 years. Starting salaries in the region of 5 to 9 lakhs per annum, etc., etc. So there's a huge buzz around data science. There's a lot of hype and hoopla happening here. But what does the data say? Right. So if any one of you has gone through Indeed.com, which is a global job portal, they provide something called as a job trends engine. If you put in a word or a term like data science in inverted quotes over there, they will show you the movement in terms of the number of jobs for that particular word or term. So this is the chart that you see as far as data science is concerned. It's almost a constantly growing chart, and this is going to be the case over the next 5 to 10 years at least. The number of jobs are just multiplying every year. What can data scientists expect to earn in India? Well, as per a study by Accenture, if you join as a fresher, you get something between 6 to 8 lakhs per annum. If you join with maybe about 3 to 5 years of experience in any relevant field, then you get 15 to 25 lakhs per annum. And people with more than 7 years of experience, or 5 years of experience, get more than 25 plus lakhs per annum. And these salaries are increasing rapidly every year, every quarter, because the shortage of data scientists is increasing rapidly in India. There is a huge demand, there are a huge number of job openings for data scientists in India, but not enough supply coming in. And while companies would obviously love to hire people who have experience in data science, they are just not able to find that talent. And hence, the next best thing for them to do is to hire people who are at least trained in data science. Again, just kindly hold on to your questions, guys. I'll be pretty happy to take up your questions in the next few minutes. We recently did a study, a job study with Analytics India magazine. I'm sure some of you might have gone through that study already. This is the graph that you see from that study that we did in terms of new job openings each month over the last 3 years. And over the last 1 to 1.5 years, this number of job openings in analytics or data science has just boomed quite significantly. The graph has gone up quite rapidly, and today there are more than 50,000 job openings in data science in India. Which cities are the ones who are going to hire the most number of data scientists, or where the most number of job openings are? Well, of course, Bengaluru being the IT hub, the most number of jobs in data science also happen to be in Bengaluru. Delhi NCR region, the National Capital Region, comes a close second with more than about 22% of the available jobs being created in the National Capital Region. Mumbai again is catching up pretty fast with Bengaluru and Delhi, followed by Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, and the other cities. So Bengaluru, NCR, and Mumbai would actually make up almost 60% of the job openings in data science. Which tools are the ones which are in most demand as far as jobs are concerned? Well, R continues to be one of the most popular tools in the world of data science. About 35% of the total number of jobs in data science demand that the person should know R at least. Of course, a lot of companies are open to multiple tools, so this is not something which is going to be very unique. But I would say that between R and Python, there are about 60% of the job openings require you to know R or Python or R and Python, right? Followed by various tools like Hadoop, SAS, Spark, Tableau, etc. So anyone who wants to work in data science should definitely know R and Python at least. Which are the companies hiring in data science? Well, first of all, let me say that what you see on your screen right now is not an exhaustive list. There are many more industries and many more companies hiring. This is just, I would say, a sample of those companies. So in the entire IT industry, there's a lot of demand for data scientists. The traditional IT technologies have slowed down quite significantly. IT companies are not really growing, and for them, data science is the new growth area. So that is where they are setting up huge teams as far as data science is concerned, and they have multiple job openings every day. Almost on a daily basis, multiple job openings come up from these companies on job portals. So you go to any job portal and you'll see so many openings from these companies. So companies like Infosys, Accenture, HP, Cognizant, Capgemini, they are all hiring very, very rapidly in data science. Then there are the analytics and data science outsourcing companies, basically companies which do a lot of consulting work for global clients, and companies like Mu Sigma, Fractal Analytics, Absolute Data, Latent View, dunnhumby. These are all companies which are present in India and are doing a lot of data science outsourcing work. These are solely data science companies, and all of them have reached, significant scale. Then there are the outsourcing companies or the KPOs like Genpact and WNS and Ugam Solutions, EXL Services, which again have large and data science teams. Uh, Retail is one very important area for data science, and today global retailers like Target, Walmart, Tesco, they have their data science teams actually sitting in India and working out of Bangalore and NCR. Consulting firms like PwC, EY, KPMG, Deloitte, etc. These are, a lot of their consulting work has now moved towards data analytics consulting or data science consulting, and that is where again they have large number of people, or they are looking for creating larger teams in data science. Apart from these, there are the various other industries and corporates like telecom companies, financial services companies. For financial services is actually one of the largest users of data science around the world. And a lot of these banks and insurance companies or other non-banking financial companies have a lot of requirement for data scientists. The e-commerce and social media sector, for them, data science is actually their bread and butter. So there are all these new age internet companies, mobile app based companies, uh, uh, and obviously all the e-commerce companies which have a huge need for data scientists. For them, data science is something which drives their business, and without data science, many of these companies will not even survive. In fact, companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these are companies where a lot of innovations happen in data science and then later on gets passed around the world. So before I open up the floor for questions, just a few testimonials for you to go through from our alumni. Just a few chosen ones. The rest you can find on the website or on our Google page. So definitely, just like we have helped them, we can also help you create a career in data science. Now I'll open up the floor for questions. Please feel free to ask any questions you have. But just a note here, once you have put in your question into the chat, kindly wait for your question to be answered. I will be taking up the questions one by one in the order that you put them in. So in case you find your question has not been answered, do be patient. It's probably because it's lower down the order. Don't leave the session till your question is answered at least. Okay. Okay. First of all, hi guys, I'm so sorry. I had a network connection blip. Sorry about that. Just got back. Am I audible to all of you? Hi, am I audible to all of you? Just put in a yes if I am. Hi, am I audible? Yes. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Just a rare network issue. Actually, because of heavy rains in Mumbai, some network issues today. Right. So, as I said, I'll be taking up your questions one by one. So, let me quickly pull up the first few questions. You guys can please go ahead and ask your questions. In case there's any network issue again, I'll definitely be back ASAP. So, just be patient on that. Okay, so the first question I'm going to take is from Chaitanya Singh. Chaitanya, your question is, I'm having 17 years of experience in IT industry and not hands-on now. How far is this course suitable for me? What roles can I play around data science? So Chaitanya, you obviously have a lot of experience in the IT industry at an overall level. So for someone like you who has a lot of experience, the roles that are open in data science are as someone as a consultant, right? Someone who works in a data science organization as a data science consultant. A consultant is basically someone who works with the clients, who works with the business teams to understand their business problems, convert those business problems into analytics problems, and then communicates the same to the data scientists who will come up with the solution. You will take the solution and convert it into a business strategy. So that is where someone like you can play a very, very valuable role in data science. And as far as this course is concerned, it will be definitely suitable for you because it will train you on exactly how to do all of this. Uh, Pratik Popli is the next person who has asked his question. His question is, I just wanted to know, is R and Python necessary for data science entry level jobs? So absolutely, Pratik. For any kind of job in data science, be it entry level or at a higher level, you have to know at least one of R and Python, and preferably both, so that your career opportunities and options are open. Right? Without that, you cannot even call yourself a data scientist. Shruti, your question is Shruti Somani. Your question is full course fees can be paid in installment. So, Shruti, the live online class option, yes, you can pay it in two installments. The self-paced option will be a one-time payment only, because that is where we give you access to the entire course at one go. So, you will have to make the payment in one shot. Fazila, your question is, what is the international value of this certification? Is it recognized globally? So Fazila, first of all, just one second. Yeah. First of all, we are an India-based organization, of course, but a lot of our students also come from outside India. Almost, a huge number of students come from countries like the US, UK, Germany, Australia, etc. And they are pretty much happy with the certification that they get. Some of our students also have, got jobs outside India, whether they were based in India or whether they were based outside India. Many of them have got jobs outside India too. So definitely, I would say that it is recognized globally. Having said that, what companies want is the skill sets and the hands-on knowledge that you have on data science. They don't really care too much about the certification that you bring, right? What they want to know is how well you can work in data science and what you have done on that till date. Nitish, your question is, what is the scope of data science in Dubai? So, Nitish, there's a huge scope of data science in Dubai, especially in the banking industry. In fact, just recently, one of our students got a job in Citibank in Dubai. So there's a lot of potential for data science in Dubai. Of course, it cannot be compared with the potential in India, but definitely there are a lot of opportunities in Dubai too. Vishal, your question is, are you using Python on Spark framework in the training? No, Vishal. Spark is actually covered in a separate course, which is our Wiley Advancer Certified Big Data Expert program. Here we'll be training you on the Python language using Anaconda. Vikrant, your question is, do you give placement assistance or guarantee? So, Vikrant, no one in this world gives a placement guarantee, because getting a job is in your hands, not in our hands. We are neither the ones who are giving you the job, nor are we the ones who are interviewing you, nor are we the ones getting the job, right? At Max, what we can do is help you in your job search, help you prepare for your job interviews. So that is where we'll help you prepare your resume, we'll help you prepare for interviews, and we'll send across your CVs to companies who get in touch with us from time to time looking for people. Then whom to interview and whom not to is up to the company. We cannot interfere in that. Sandeep, your question is, I never see any openings as a fresher. Is it recommended to take data science as a fresher? Sandeep, you probably usually don't see openings for a fresher, because a lot of the fresher openings, or rather, a lot of the freshers are actually recruited from universities, colleges, and institutes like ours. So, for a company to hire a fresher, they don't really need to put out an opening on a job portal. They'll just directly approach any such institute like ours and pick up the freshers from there. So definitely, it is extremely recommended that you learn data science as a fresher, because there are a lot of job opportunities as a fresher. Uh, Diksha, I think that was also your question, being fresher, how to get into a company as a data scientist. So the first and foremost thing for you guys to do is gain the necessary skill sets and the hands-on skills and experience by working on projects in data science, so that you can put it all on your CV. And once you have that on your CV, then you will definitely get interview calls. At the moment, you have nothing really to attract a company, and that is where you will never be able to get a job as a data scientist. But post training yourself, post working on projects, definitely you will land up getting a job. Mohan, your question is, I am a backend developer with 4+ years of experience. Am I suitable for this data science? So Mohan, definitely, a lot of developers also come to us getting trained in data science, and it has proved to be very, very useful for a lot of developers. They have been able to make internal shifts, or they have managed to get jobs outside their existing companies. So with 4+ years of experience, you are still not too late. It is definitely possible for you to make a move into data science now. Rajesh, your question is mathematics necessary for machine learning? So, Rajesh, well, if you do have a mathematical background in the sense that you come with, let's say, a degree in engineering or any kind of other quantitative degree, it will definitely be useful. But even if you don't come with a mathematical background, don't worry, because we are going to train you from the basics onwards. So it's not that we are going to start off at a very high level. We'll be training you on some of the basics too, and definitely you'll be able to cope. As long as mathematics or statistics doesn't scare you or doesn't worry you, you'll be fine. Again, to put it simply, we are not making mathematicians or statisticians out of you in this course. What we are trying to do here is teach you how to implement these techniques, how to apply these techniques to solve business problems. And that is the more important aspect. Nikhil, your question is, if we go for live instructor courses, then will we have video learning option? Absolutely, Nikhil. So anyone who takes the live online course also gets the recordings of the class of his batch and also from a previous batch. Okay, so you will also be able to learn through the videos. Neha, your question is, I have 2 years of experience in IT industry. How can this course be useful for me? So Neha, if you're looking to create a career in the world of data science, which is a far more fast growing area than just regular, IT technologies, then definitely this course will be very useful for you in enabling you to make that career shift. Mohan, as such, at the moment, there are no prerequisites. As I said, as long as you are comfortable with learning statistics and mathematics and some amount of, programming, you'll be absolutely fine. We don't expect you to know any of these things. Balaji, your question is it necessary to know Java to work in data science? Balaji, Java is not required for data science. Java is required for Hadoop and big data. Okay, so not for data science. We have a separate course called as the Wiley Edvancer Certified Big Data Expert Program, where we train you on Hadoop technology, and that is where you will require Java. But apart from that, for this course, you don't require it. Pranay, your question is, I have 5 years experience in testing. How far will I be successful for a career shift? So Pranay, given that you have 5 years experience in testing, obviously testing is not a very relevant area as far as data science is concerned. So maybe not your entire experience will be considered by any company looking to hire you as a data scientist. But again, with 5 years experience, it is not that much of an experience that you cannot make a career shift. You can definitely make a career shift, and it is absolutely possible. Other people also have done the same. Amitabh, your question is, I've done BCA and having experience in telecom domain as MIS Data Analyst. Shall I go for the course? If yes, then please specify. So, Amitabh, you already work as a data analyst. Probably, I'm not too sure whether you work with Excel and SQL and such kind of tools and technologies. But if you are, then this course is definitely going to be an upskill for you. And this is something which is a must do for you, I would say, because going forward eventually you will have to move into predictive analytics, you will have to move into machine learning, and it's better to do that immediately rather than wait for it when it gets too late, right? A lot of companies are already have a lot of people working as data analysts, working in MIS, and now their attention is moving towards data science and predictive analytics. So that is where they are looking to upskill their own people into that area. So definitely a lot of opportunities will be there for you post this course. Vikrant, your question is, I'm not good with programming languages. Can I still enter into data science arena? So Vikrant, first and foremost, R and SAS are not like IT languages. They are pretty much used mainly for statistical analysis of data and hence are much simpler to use, understand, and learn, right? So you don't need to worry that you don't have that programming background. How will you cope? So we have people who come from various different kinds of, I mean, various backgrounds, programming, non-programming. They are all part of the same batch and they all learn the same tools together. And all of them are pretty much able to, learn that and do well in it. So we are going to train you from the basics, so you don't worry about it. Ankur, your question is, you are an electrical engineer, you're working in the IT sector as an automation and orchestration developer from last 1.5 years. You want to know which field is more good in terms of data science, a data scientist, Hadoop developer, or analytics. Okay, so Ankur, let me first explain to you that data science is the entire field, right? In data science, you will have predictive analytics, you will have machine learning, you'll have other aspects like big data also can be considered as part of data science. So a data scientist is someone who knows all of these things. So for instance, in our data science program, you are going to learn predictive analytics, you are going to learn machine learning, and separately, if you want, you can also learn big data through our other course. But given your background that you're working in automation and as an automation developer, what I would suggest is you go in for a data scientist profile because that will suit you the best. Shruti, your question is, can we have the full syllabus of RN SAS, which is going to be covered in the training? So let me quickly bring up that slide, Shruti, uh, and you can go through that syllabus, which will be in front of you. Uh, Vijay Kumar Reddy, your question is how coding plays major role in data science. Uh, so Vijay, R, SAS, Python, SQL are eventually all languages, right? These are languages meant to do analysis, meant to analyze data, at least R, SAS, and SQL. Python, of course, is a general purpose programming language, but which is very, very popular as far as machine learning is concerned. So in all of these, you'll be coding, but this coding again is not where you are, creating some kind of applications or you are a developer or something of that sort. No, this coding will be meant to do analysis of data only, and hence it is more a set of instructions rather than actually writing hundreds of lines of codes. So here the number of line of codes that you'll be writing are much fewer and it will be much easier for you to learn and work with. Bhupesh, your question is similar. You are not an IT student. Is it difficult for you to understand? Absolutely not, Bhupesh. So as I said, we'll be training you from the basics onwards, and a lot of non-IT students, non-IT people are also our students. Geeta, your question is, you are an Oracle programmer with 10 years experience. How do you transition to the data scientist career? What are the career paths available for me? So Geeta, the career path that will be available to you will be to start off as a senior data analyst post or a senior data scientist post doing this course, and then move on to become more of a data science consultant. So for you to transition into a data science career, again, the point is similar. First, you need the data science skill sets, right? Without those skill sets, without the hands-on experience, no one will ever consider you. But with those skill sets and hands-on experience, you stand a much, much better chance of making it into a data science career. Diksha, your question is, what is R? I am not aware of this. So Diksha, R is one of the most popular tools used in the world of data science. It is a language, and this is a language which is which is free and open source. Anyone can use it. It is not like a licensed software like SAS. So anyone is free to download the R software and start coding in it. It is meant to do mainly statistical analysis of data and machine learning, and it is very, very popular across the industry. Pratik, your question is, which are the companies which prefer freshers? So Pratik, most of the large IT companies, most of the data analytics outsourcing companies prefer definitely hire freshers. I won't say that they prefer freshers, but they definitely hire a lot of freshers. So wherever you find large data science teams, probably more than 30, 40 people, definitely freshers are being hired over there. Dave, your question is, if someone is not from the IT field and has a commerce background, can he understand statistics and calculus? So, Dave, first of all, there's not too much of calculus here. It's mainly statistics. Uh, in fact, there's no calculus here. Uh, so as far as someone from a commerce background is concerned, definitely we have had people from a commerce background also in the past. But it really depends on the individual themselves if they are comfortable with learning statistics and mathematics and programming or not. If you have that comfort factor in wanting to learn it, in being able to learn it, and not being scared of stats, maths, or programming, then definitely this field is something which would be suitable for you. Guys, I'll just open up a small poll on your screen right now. I just want to know and understand the numbers involved. So just click on the radio button and that will provide us the answer. The responses are anonymous, so you don't need to worry about it. Just we are looking at from a numbers perspective. Ganesh, your question is, does the recording of this webinar be sent to our emails? Okay. So Ganesh, basically we'll send you the link to the recording and you can go through it. We'll send it to you on your email. Mamta, your question is, you are working in Salesforce. Can you learn data science? So definitely, Mamta. I mean, Salesforce is a CRM. CRM by itself is what I would say is a data collection tool, right? You are collecting data about all your potential clients, potential customers, existing customers, and trying to understand them better. And that is where a large usage of data science also comes in. So CRM analytics, data science for sales and marketing, all these are extremely, extremely popular. And for you, since you are working in Salesforce, you will definitely stand a good chance of moving into data science. Shyam, your question is you are a non IT person having 13 years of experience in finance and you would like to move to the technology space. Would taking up this course help me to move my career to IT? So, first of all, Shyam, data science is not IT. IT is something completely different, data science is something completely different. So, if you want to move to the technology space, then it's not necessary that data science is where you should be. But if you are looking at working between business and technology, then data science is for you. Since you have 13 years of experience in finance, then probably you will need to leverage that experience, that domain knowledge, and work in the financial services industry as far as data science is concerned. So for you, the focus will be narrow in the sense that you'll be focusing only on data science openings in the financial services industry. Mark, your question is, you have spent 12 years in hospitality and work as a revenue manager with a leading hospitality chain. How can you move into the field of data science? So again, first and foremost thing, guys, is that data science is not restricted to any industry. It can be used anywhere that there is data. So be it industries like financial services, which is one of the largest users of data science, to an industry where you are present, Mark, which is hospitality, right? Wherever there is data, you can actually analyze that data and become a data scientist. So even given the fact that you have spent 12 years in hospitality, Mark, definitely within your field and area itself, you will be able to work as a data scientist. Yes, there may not be too many openings from the regular, hospitality companies, but definitely that is improving as time goes by, and there will be more openings that come up. Akshay, your question is you want to join the course, you're a fresher BTech and currently unemployed, but you have financial issues. Can you please help me? So, Akshay, I would advise you to connect with us on our contact details. I'll just put up the contact details, guys, in front of you. So I'll just need to close the poll for that. So Akshay, feel free to connect with us. Give us a call once the contact details are up on your screen, and we'll be happy to help you out in the best way that we can. Ankur, I hope I have answered your question. Okay, so guys, for anyone who has not put in the response into the poll, please do so ASAP. I'll be closing the poll in about 30 seconds. So Shyam, I think I have already answered your question. The programming skills that are required. We don't require any prerequisites in terms of programming skills, but we will be teaching you SQL, R, SAS, Python, everything from the basics onwards. Varun, your question is you have 6 years of experience in BFSI in wealth management and looking to make a transition to data science. There are two kinds of courses that you have come across. One like ours and the other long-term courses from big names like Great Lakes, ISB, etc. What is the difference between these two apart from cost? Okay, so let me first quickly close the poll before I answer this question. All right. So Akshay, you'll be able to see the screen and our contact details shortly. So Varun, right. So your question is what is the difference between our courses and longer term courses from Great Lakes, ISB, etc. So first and foremost, our courses are highly focused on training you on the practical aspects of data science, apart from some of the concepts, of course. So we are training you to be able to start working on the job on day one in as quick a time as possible. When you look at courses from some of these universities, you will find that they are at least a year long, if not more, and they are highly MBA focused. So not only are they going to train you on data science, they are also going to train you on a lot of MBA courses too, apart from data science. So you'll be learning, business related stuff which you may not be able to use when you start working in data science. So these are courses which are meant more for people who have 10, 15 years of experience who want to maybe take up leadership roles as far as data science is concerned, post having worked in data science for a short while. When you are looking to actually start your career in data science, these courses might be a bit too expensive and too time consuming for you. You will be taught everything under the sun, including the business related courses, as I said, and you'll be spending a lot of time and money doing that without the, uh, I would say, intended benefits. So, first, what you should do is at least go through shorter term, shorter duration courses so that you are able to get a very, very good hands on experience on data science. Maybe post that if you get a job, great. Otherwise, you can always go in for these longer term courses and then look to transition into a data science role. But typically, what I would say is that these shorter term courses are more than sufficient for you to transition into a data science career. Vishal, your question is I'm a Microsoft developer working on .NET technologies, having 12 years of experience. Would you be using Azure Machine Learning Studio for teaching machine learning? No, Vishal, we are not going to use Azure ML Studio because that comes with pre-packaged, uh, uh, I would say capabilities. Now, this is something where we are going to train you on Python and on machine learning from the basics onwards so that you yourself can work hands on in Python, work hands on machine learning without having to use more of a pre-packaged tool like Azure. when you work in the industry, when you work in data science, you will frequently find that using pre-packaged tools where you just need to point and click and drag and drop is not really going to work, because you need to do a lot of customizations. And to do that customization, you need to know the internals. And if we start using Azure Machine Learning Studio, you won't really understand the internals and you'll be a half-baked data scientist. Madhu, your question is, do we need any experience in coding to learn this course? No, Madhu, you don't need to you don't need to have a prior background in coding. Diksha, what is the scope of data science in the IT industry? So, Diksha, as I said, the IT industry is one of the large recruiters of data scientists in India and around the world also. For them, data science is their new growth area, and that is where they are setting up large teams in data science, getting more and more projects outsourced in data science from US and other countries. And the scope is going to keep growing and keep growing over the next 10 years at least. Parag, please go ahead and ask your question if you haven't already. Shruti, you will be receiving Edvancer's own certification post this course. And as I have already explained, this is a highly valid certification, industry recognized certification. Ankur, your question is, as a fresher, can I get the job after taking this course as I don't have any experience? So, Ankur, I think I've already answered that freshers are absolutely welcome and needed in this industry, and there are a lot of openings for freshers too. Vivek Kikan, your question is, you have seen that data science jobs demand education backgrounds from NITs, IITs, etc. What good chances do I have? I have 6+ years of experience, just started working in Python, but passed out from a smaller institute. So, Vivek, the point is, while many companies would love to have people from NITs, IITs, etc., it is not always possible for them to hire them. First of all, the supply is low. The supply of trained data scientists is low. And on top of that, the supply of trained data scientists or experienced data scientists from IITs and NITs is even lower. So if every company will want, such kind of educational backgrounds, they'll never be able to fill their job openings. There are many companies which won't even be able to afford this kind of talent but need data scientists, and hence for them, people like you are absolutely perfect. So don't be worried that you don't come from an NIT or IIT, etc. Many of our students, or I would say 95% of our students, don't come with such backgrounds, and many of them get jobs in data science. Nitish, you are in Dubai, so if Sunday is working for you, all right. So Nitish, in that case, what I would suggest is that you look at our self-paced option. In case you are not able to attend classes on Sunday, then all Sundays, then it would be better that you look at our self-paced option. So that way you can learn during the week without having to restrict yourself to a Saturday, Sunday timing. In fact, that self-paced option is meant for people like you who cannot really devote that time on the weekends. Varun Vinayak, your question is, since your entire work experience is in a different domain, would you be hired as a fresher if and when I get a chance to be recruited? So, Varun, to be honest, that would depend from company to company. Some companies would be open to hiring you at a lateral level. Some companies will say that, okay, maybe you don't have experience in data science, so we'll hire you as a fresher. But either ways, as long as you have less than 4 years of experience, getting hired or restarting your career as a fresher in data science should not be a problem, because one, your salary will not be affected. Data science pays very well. And two, the growth in this industry is much faster than other industries. So you will actually grow much faster after 2 or 3 years of experience in data science than you would if you continue to remain in your current role. So don't worry about starting as a fresher or going at a lateral level. The important thing is to start your career in data science. If you have more than 4 years of experience, then definitely no company will hire you as a fresher. They'll obviously hire you as a lateral at a lateral level. Sivaram, your question is you have 5 years of software development experience in Ruby on Rails. Does this course make your career as a data scientist as a fresher or experienced? So I think similar answer to you, Sivaram. So with 4 or 5 years of experience, really it should not matter too much whether you join as a fresher or join as an experienced person. It will really depend on the company. Since you are into software development, it is quite possible that you get hired at a lateral level. Parag, your question is, do we provide an interview question bank? It will be really helpful. Absolutely, Parag. In our course, we'll also provide you a question bank on interviews. As I said, we'll help you prepare for interviews, and that includes the question bank. Joseph, your question is, you have 18 years experience. How would it help you to become data science? So, Joseph, I'll need to know what your experience is in before I'll be able to answer you. Dev, I think I've already answered your question on your commerce background. I hope you got that answer. Nitish, you're a CPA with 1 year experience. Can I make use of data analytics science skills in my vertical itself? Absolutely, Nitish. First of all, financial services analytics, I've already mentioned time and again, is one of the largest users of data science, the financial services industry. So you are a good fit over there. Secondly, as a CPA, doing something like fraud analytics or working in the fraud industry is in the insurance industry or credit card industry to handle frauds is, as a data scientist, is also something very possible for you. So you can surely make use of these skills in your vertical itself. Purushottam, you are from a non-technical background, so is it beneficial for you and which tool is fine for you? So Purushottam, what I would suggest is that you look at the data science program. That should be absolutely fine for you. Sorry. Madhu, you are a business analyst with 12 years experience, don't have any experience in coding, you're done with your MBA, you have good experience in SQL. That's great, Madhu. So, being a business analyst, it's definitely a relevant role to have to move into data science and analytics. You may not have experience in coding, that's all right. I think that question already has been answered. Your experience in SQL will obviously, help you a lot. Pravina, you are into functional testing, no knowledge on programming, having 9 years of experience. Can you start up your career with data science? So, Pravina, your knowledge of programming is not really an issue. Of course, you come with 9 years of experience in testing, which is not a very relevant experience for data science. So, that is something you'll need to consider before moving into data science. Uh, Amit, your question is what are the options for system admins having 10 plus years experience? So Amit, honestly, I would not really say that you have relevant background for data science. Administration again is not a relevant background. Plus, you have more than 10 plus years of experience, so you really need to think about whether data science is going to be the right area for you. Uh, Probably you can look at our big data program, which may be better for you. Nilesh, again, similar like Amit, you are an Oracle DBA. DBA knowledge, obviously, as you say, won't be very useful to here in data science, especially with 12 years of experience. So again, just like Amit, you also need to research whether data science is likely to be a good career option for you or not. Uh, Paul, your question is Windows Azure has machine learning. How is Python machine learning different from Azure? So, Paul, as I explained earlier, Azure has pre-packaged more of a drag and drop utility, point and click kind of tool on the cloud. Now, if you are really working in machine learning, such kind of pre-packaged functions and drag and drop may not really suffice for every business problem. most machine learning experts will really want to be hands-on in terms of modifying the algorithms, in terms of modifying their code, etc., which Azure may or may not allow. Whereas if you are already working in Python, you are actually creating or doing the hands-on coding yourself, and that enables you to have all kinds of flexibility in terms of designing the solution, which Azure will not be able to give you. I hope that has answered the question, Paul. Neha, your question is, you're working in production support department. Can you switch to data science stream? So Neha, as long as you have less than 5 years of experience, you can definitely switch your career. And this is because you come with a background or experience which is not in a very relevant area, which is into support. Sunny, you have 8+ years of experience as a SharePoint developer. Is data science shift will count my previous industry experience? What would be the impact in terms of career prospect? So, Sunny, as I said, not every company or not necessarily that all your 8+ years of experience will be considered, but definitely you coming with 8 years of experience will mean that you will not join as a fresher. You will join as at a lateral level itself in the world of data science. In terms of the impact in terms of your career prospects, it will be huge, because data science is a fast growing industry. It's a better paying industry than maybe SharePoint, which is into IT. um, so given your move to data science, your career impact will be huge in terms of both your earning potential and your actual earnings and your career growth going forward. So I think moving into data science will be a right decision for you, Sunny. Rajesh, your question is, are there any specific courses only for machine learning with R and or Python? So that's a good question, Rajesh, and something which I should have mentioned earlier. This certified data science specialist course of ours is actually a combination of three different programs. One, the data analyst with SQL program. Two, the business analytics with RN SAS program. And three, the machine data science with Python program. So if any one of you go on our websites, you'll notice these three different courses, and they have been packaged into the data science specialist course. So if you're looking to learn only machine learning with Python, then we have the data science with Python course, which will be suitable for you. Pravina, I think I've already answered your question. Uh, Pavan, okay, you're saying this is Kishore. I'm working currently in aerospace sector, have 5 years of experience. How good it will it be to shift to data science career? So Pavan, again, since you come from a niche area in aerospace, there's a lot of upcoming demand as far as data science is concerned in this field. Aerospace is all about, collecting data, handling data. I mean, in the sense that data is very important as far as the aerospace sector is concerned. So be it aerospace or airline industry, etc. So from your background, you can definitely leverage your current work experience into aerospace and make a move into data science within your industry itself. Mohan, okay, you want me to repeat how data science, Hadoop, machine learning all fits? Is data science a superset of machine learning and Hadoop? Absolutely, Mohan. So data science is this entire field, right? It's the umbrella term. Below it will come things like business analytics, machine learning, Hadoop, big data, etc. So data science is the mother term. Diksha, your question is, what is the future scope of big data? I mean, the scope is huge, Diksha, because the amount of data that is being generated around the world today is absolutely huge. Lots and lots of data is being generated at an increasing pace. So today, the total amount of data available in the world today is growing at a 40% compounded annual rate. And whatever is the all the data available in the world today, almost 90% of it was generated in the last 2 years itself. So think about it, from the start of human civilization, whatever data has been generated and collected, 90% of it came in the last 2 years only. And this is a situation which is going to repeat going forward too. And that is where big data, data science are the careers of the future. Chaitanya, your question is, do you have any statistic describing the success rate of getting job post completion of data scientist course from Edvancer? So Chaitanya, I would say that almost 50% of our students do end up getting a job in data science post this course. Purushottam, your question is, you have 10 years of experience, and if you complete this course, then my relevant experience will be considered. So, Purushottam, I'm sorry if you have already mentioned your experience exactly in the past, in an earlier question, but can you just let me know what your experience is in, so then I can help you out better? Parag, you have 10 years of experience in SQL. Can you shift to data science? Absolutely, Parag. SQL is a very relevant experience to have for data science. So definitely you can make a move into it. Akshay, please do contact us on call and we'll see how best we can help you. Amit, your question is, what is the difference between big data and data science? So, Amit, big data is a term which is used for huge amounts of data which are in very different and varied formats. So when we think of data, we generally tend to think of it in the form of numbers. But big data is not just necessarily huge amount of numbers. It is also any kind of data, be it text, be it audio, be it video. Generally, we divide data into two: structured data and unstructured data. Unstructured data basically does not have any kind of structure to it, like a block of text, right? There is no structure to that data. But if we have, let's say, terabytes and petabytes of such kind of text based data, then we'll call it big data. Or if we have terabytes and petabytes of numbers also mixed with other kinds of data, then we'll call it big data. And big data usually requires specialized tools to be able to analyze it faster. Because if we are working with terabytes and petabytes of data, then existing technologies like mainframes, data warehouses don't really scale well. So then we have to use specialized software frameworks like Hadoop, which work on commodity hardware. And Hadoop basically helps you to store, process, and analyze such huge amounts of data in a very, very, very quick time by parallelizing the entire process. So this may sound a bit jargonish to you, but don't worry. If you're joining any of these courses, that will become more clear to you. So someone wants to know the fee structure. For the course. So the fee structure is in front of you. Sorry, right here. Apologies. Yeah, Ganesh, this is for you. I think it will come up on your screen shortly. Right there. Sandeep, your question is, what are the stats concept need to learn for R programming? Sandeep, you don't need to know statistical concepts to learn R programming, right? R is the language, a tool which helps you to do the statistical analysis of data. That doesn't mean that you need to learn the statistical concepts before you learn R programming. These are two kind of separate things which are combined together in the world of analytics. So we'll be training you on all the relevant statistical concepts which are used in predictive analytics and machine learning, and we'll show you how to implement them also in R. Okay. Bhavna, your question is, does our project during the course give any credit to company we join after the course? How will you show experience in data science that is outside India? So, Bhavna, first and foremost, right, as I have said, you'll be working on 9 projects in this course, out of which 5 are mandatory. So, let's say even if you work on those 5 projects and put them on your CV will get a very, very good data science experience feel on it. And that is something very important from a future recruiter perspective. Those projects and the skill sets that you gain from this course will go on your CV, and with that CV definitely you will get interview calls, because those are very relevant, highly industry relevant projects that you'll be working on. And you'll be working on projects from across domains, so not just one domain or vertical, but across domains. Dev, your question is how is the scope of data science in the USA? So, Dev, US is one of the largest users or consumers of data science, given the huge amounts of data available in that country. So, the scope is very, very big in the US. As I showcased earlier, there's going to be a shortage of 1.5 million business analytics professionals in the US, as per a study by McKinsey. That itself should tell you that the scope is huge. Pallavi, yes, the links to the recording will be sent to you by email by tomorrow. Ganesh, there are no tests as such. The project you will be evaluated on the project. So the project is like a practical exam. We don't really believe in theoretical exams. We will be given the fact that you need to work hands-on, you need to showcase your hands-on capabilities. We believe in practical exams. So the project is where you will be evaluated. Preeti, your question is what is the career stack in any company for beginner as a data scientist? Uh, I'm not sure what you mean by career stack, but if you're asking what is the career or what is the role that you will get in any company as a beginner in data science, that will be as an analyst. Then you will move on to becoming a senior analyst, then a data scientist, then a data science consultant or a subject matter expert, then head of data science or analytics, right? So it's not a very long, elongated chain in terms of roles or titles, but definitely, this is the kind of format which will be followed across many companies. Shruti, mechanical engineering fresher can do this course and get a good job? Absolutely, Shruti. Mechanical engineer, whatever be your engineering degree, that doesn't matter, right? People from across engineering backgrounds get recruited. Vijay, the certificate will be awarded by us post your completing and submitting the 5 mandatory projects in this course. Ankur, if someone has opted for live classes and somehow cannot attend the class, so in this case, does the recording be available immediately or after some time? So Ankur, it usually takes about 24 to 36 hours for the recording to be made available on the learning management system. Ganesh, your question is you are an assistant system engineer in TCS with 2 months experience. How will this course help you? So Ganesh, this course will help you in making a career shift to data science. You have 2 months of experience only, so you're practically a fresher. And as I have explained in this session time and again, that freshers have a lot of opportunities in this sector. So even for you, there will be a lot of opportunities. Even in TCS internally, there are huge number of opportunities in data science. And if possible, you can actually make an internal transition into data science. Ankur, your question is there would be any placement session after the training or not? So, Ankur, if you mean that, will there be a comprehensive placement kind of placement days, etc.? No, that is not how it works. This is not a university where we will have 4 or 5 day placement days and companies will come and recruit you. No, companies do come to us from time to time and we will send across your CVs to them. Then they will call you for interviews. That is how it is going to work. Joseph, you have 18 years of experience in IT. Okay, doing what exactly, Joseph? Can you be a bit more? Can you elaborate a bit more on your experience? Otherwise, I can't really suggest anything for you, Joseph. Kalpana, your question is: I am MSc Math B.Ed. in education field, okay, I am a freelancer. What are the chances of getting a job? I am computer proficient. So Kalpana, your educational background is highly relevant, given that you are an MSc mathematics professional, so highly relevant. As far as your chances of getting a job at the age of 38 are concerned, of course, the number of jobs available at this age are fewer, but there are definitely jobs in this industry where, given your educational background, you'll be highly suitable. Otherwise, you can always, work as a freelance consultant in data science. There are a lot of opportunities for freelancers also in data science. Madhu, yes, we'll be sending across openings to you from time to time as per the companies which come to us, and you can choose whether to apply for those openings or not. Vishal, your question is, how can data science or machine learning professionals become independent freelancers or consultants? So exactly just like I was answering Kalpana, Vishal, there are a lot of opportunities for data science consultants, freelancing consultants also in this industry. See, there are a lot of companies which are, small in size. They cannot afford to hire full-time data scientists, nor can they afford to, hire a comprehensive data science consulting firm to work for them. But they definitely have a lot of data which needs to be analyzed. So what is the option available to them? The option is freelance consultants like yourself, who can actually work on their projects at a much in a much cost effective manner. So that is where you will come in, Vishal. Of course, to get a start, you will need some contacts within the industry, etc. And if you have the contacts, that will work better. But if you don't, you will need to spend some time creating those contacts. Pravina, I think I've already answered your question. Definitely, it's possible for you to get a job in data science. Dave, your question is, if we have a doubt in the self-paced program, can we get access 24 by 7? So Dave, in the self-paced program, if you have a doubt, the first point of contact will be to post your question on the forum, where you will get your answer within 24 hours of asking the question. So that 24-hour lag will be there. Okay, so Joseph, you have 18 years of experience in IT and now working into project management. So Joseph, there is a lot of demand for project managers also in the world of data science. Just like you are managing, just like there are projects in the IT industry, there are projects in the data science industry also, which require project management capabilities. So that is where I would say you would fit in, because you have a lot of experience, and transitioning to data science after so much experience may not be very easy. But the best way to transition into data science is by going into project management over there too. And obviously, as a project manager, you will need to know the data science skill sets, and that is what you have to develop first. Amit, your question is, what are system admin roles in big data field? Will 12 years system and storage admin experience be counted in big data? So there are a lot of Hadoop administrator roles, Amit, which would be suitable for a system administrator, and that's where the 12 years experience will be counted. Shruti, you have 3 years experience in production support. Is data science suitable to me? You have basic knowledge of SQL and average in math and stat. Shruti, absolutely. Since you have just 3 years of experience, you can definitely start your career in data science. And as long as you have basic knowledge of SQL, that's fine. You don't really need to worry about anything else. To be very honest, a production support career doesn't really sound exciting, or doesn't really, I'm sure you also don't feel that there is too much of a career here. So it's high time you started looking out of production support. Okay, guys, I have reached the end of the list of all the questions so far. If there is any further question, feel free to ask. I am still here for a few minutes. If your question has already been answered and there's nothing else for you to ask, feel free to also leave the class, and you can basically close this window. So just waiting for some more questions, guys. All right. So if there are no further questions, thank you all for coming and joining this session. I thank you for your patience in listening to me all this while. Uh, we'll be happy to help you out. We'll look forward to you all joining the course. Okay, there are a few more questions. Sorry about that. I kind of missed it. Let me just kind of complete that first. Vishal, your question is: would a C# .NET developer role having 12 years of experience uh, help in achieving careers in data science, machine learning? Absolutely, Vishal, should definitely help you. Of course, as a developer, you should also look at our big data expert program, because that's where a lot of developers also get recruited. So give us a call and we'll be able to help you out in which career to choose for you. Preeti, your question is: can you share some examples of projects which industry is running as data scientist? Preeti, what you can do is, connect with us and we'll be able to, talk to you in more detail on that. Right now, it may take up too much of time. But suffice to say, let me just give you one or two examples, right? If you are, I mean, all of us are familiar with the banking system in India and around the world. Uh, Many of us would have applied for loans or have got credit cards, etc., applied for credit cards. Do you think banks and financial institutions just hand out loans and credit cards just like that? No. They are, what do they do when you apply for the same? They are collecting a lot of data about you, right? They are collecting all your documents, they are asking you to fill up forms, etc. What are they doing there? They are collecting data. What do they do with that data? With that data, they are trying to figure out whether you would be a good credit risk or not. That is, are you likely to default on their loan or the credit card payment in the future or not? That is an application of data science. And how do they do that? Basically, they are building a statistical model on their existing customers' data, people who have defaulted in the past, people who have not defaulted in the past. And what they are looking for is to see what kind of factors or variables are the ones which suggest that a default is more likely in the future, and whether those factors or data also exist in your portfolio. If it does, then they will refuse the loan or uh, credit card to you. I'm sure all of you must have heard of a CIBIL score, CIBIL. A CIBIL score, CIBIL score, is nothing but a credit score given to you by an agency called a CIBIL in India, the Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. And that CIBIL score is nothing but a score generated through a statistical model. Just one example, Preeti, to avoid wasting too much time here. Shruti, our address I'll bring up in front of you right now. Sorry, yeah, right here in front of you. Now, this is an office here, Shruti. We don't have a classroom or anything, as you would have already realized by now. We do only online classes. So you don't need to travel anywhere or come anywhere. In case you want to meet us and ask us something, definitely come over to our office and you are welcome there. Rajesh, the syllabus is also available on our website. Do go through the data science program. It's there on the website. The website address I'll put up here. This is our website. Please do go through it. Parag, we have a special course on. Do we have a special course on financial analytics? So, Parag, we have a course on risk scorecard modeling, where right now I spoke to you about that statistical model, the CIBIL score, credit score, etc. That is a course in the world of finance which we have, which involves creating risk-based scorecards. So that is an advanced level course to be taken after the data science program. All right, guys, if there are no further questions, thank you so much for joining. I look forward to each one of you joining this course going forward. Do get in touch with us in case you need to know anything. Thank you so much. You are free to exit the class now. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Shruti and Rajesh. Thank you, guys, and goodbye.